one. This time, Fisker Automotive. The Obama administration loaned Fisker more than $500 million in loans, your money, and now the car company is thought to be on the verge of collapse. It could cost all of us about $200 million. So how does this happen? And how does it happen again? Congressman Jim Jordan, and on Oversight Subcommittee Chair, joins us. What happened? What is this story?
This is just a pattern at the Department of Energy. It's not the first company, as you mentioned. You had Solyndra, Beacon Power, Abound Solar, A123 Battery, now Fisker. You have several more companies on the verge. They will tell you all the time. In fact, there's a great piece in today's Wall Street Journal by Kim Strassel. They'll tell you all the time they base these decisions on the merits of the so-called project in the company. But yet when you go through the facts, Fisker, for example, CCC credit rating, junk status.
Which is why they had to go federal, because no private person would lend money.
Yeah, and I know a point you care about, we all care about, is, and what that does too is crowd out some worthy companies from getting private investment, because a lot of private investment will follow, well, if the government's backing this, then maybe that's where we should private investment at the opportunity cost of helping some other maybe worthy project out there. So CCC credit rating, they couldn't, the loan value was twice that of the collateral. Now, who does something like that? Only the government, only the Department of Energy with your tax dollars. And we have an email from the COO of Fisker saying we need the loan approved now because I can't meet payroll. So they couldn't meet payroll, under-collateralized to half the value of the loan, and had a junk credit rating, and yet they get your money. So it has to be, it's either complete incompetence, which they say, no, that's not the case, or it's political connections, and that's what we point out, or maybe both, frankly.
Did you find any political connection?
Well, you know, one of the big investors in Fisker is Kleiner Perkins, and a principal at that firm is John Doerr, who happens to be on President Obama's Economic Recovery and Advisory Board. Al Gore happens to be a part of Kleiner Perkins, and yet Mr. Fisker himself stood there or sat there in committee under oath and said, no, there's no political involvement. Well, Kleiner Perkins had a over $2 million investment and stake in Fisker. All these people who meet with the president, who are on his economic, they never once talked about it? Of course they did. So it has to be one or the other, or as I like to say, it's probably a little bit of incompetence and, frankly, the political connection angle.
We have 20 seconds left. How much are we going to lose, the American taxpayers?
$200 million. But frankly, there are more companies on the verge. This is why we should have never got in this business in the first place.
Yeah, but we got problems with the FAA and all that stuff, and $200 million is
real money. Real taxpayer money.
It should be a sign when the private people don't want to invest in something that maybe the government shouldn't. But anyway.
And why we should stay out of it altogether.
Congressman, thank you, sir.
Thank you.